Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. So, Gabriela Fundora defeats her namesake, Gabriela Alaniz of Argentina, and becomes the undisputed flyweight champion. And I've been a big fan of Gabriela Fundora's for a long, long time. I just find her really endearing. Not only is she's like a sort of female Clark Kent, right? Stroke Superman, or Superwoman. Because out of the ring, she's got her glasses on. She's always got a big smile on her face, and whenever you see her interviews, she's very sort of just very likable. A very likable young woman. She's only 22, not long turned 22. And then when she gets in the ring, there is a mean streak about this girl. She is a nasty piece of work. She's the younger sister of Sebastian Fundora, who's the unified 154-pound champ, the towering Inferno, who's, about 8'6" or whatever he is, and he weighs 154 pounds. Well, Gabriella, she herself is very, very tall for the weight, about 5'9", 112 pounds, tall, wiry, flat-footed in the sense that she plants her feet, boxes upright, I should say, but she's not scared of getting stuck in, like getting down and dirty in the trenches, up close and personal, just like her brother, because he fights small as well. And when she does that, she makes her fights even more exciting. But she has real power, and she stopped her namesake, Gabriela Alaniz, very good fighter in her own right. Gabriella Fundora stopped her in 7 rounds with 2 knockdowns. Alaniz came in as her own unified champ. She was 15-1, 15 wins with 6 KOs. The one defeat was a majority decision loss to Marlon Esparza, which she avenged with a split decision win. That was WBC, WBO titles, I think. Yeah. And Fundora held the other 2 belts, so put them all together for all the marbles. What do you get? You get a good fight. And believe it or not, Alaniz is a very, very good fighter, like I say, in her own right. She's 28 years old, from Argentina, 5'3", so she's 6 inches shorter than Fundora. Then most of Fundora's opponents are much, much shorter. But she made herself even smaller. She came out, she's an orthodox fighter as opposed to Fundora, who is southpaw. And Alaniz was constantly bobbing and weaving, constant bending at the waist, springing up at the old, the beanpole in front of her, trying to ping some shots over the top. And she was catching Fundora. Of course, the danger of boxing tall is if the much smaller opponent gets in close and springs forward, you've got your head stuck up like a weather vane, and that can happen. And on a couple of occasions, 2 or 3 occasions, Alaniz did land very, very good punches, and definitely won a couple of the first 4 rounds, at least 2 of the first 4 rounds, maybe even 3. But a couple of them were close. There's no doubt about it. And Alaniz, came in with a great deal of self-belief. She's quite a colourful character herself. She calls herself La Chucky, after that horror film doll. You know what I mean. And she's kind of like that. She keeps moving forward, looking to land her own punches, outwork the opponent. Because of the orthodox style versus the southpaw stance, they were treading on each other's feet. But I think in the 6th round, Fundora, maybe the 5th and 6th round, Fundora started to settle down and box more, rather than look for the power. She started to box a bit more sensibly, because I think she was loading up a bit too much in the first, say, 3 rounds at least. And she started to sort of use box fight or box punch, if you like, rather than just, rely on the power. And Alaniz was finding it difficult to keep the momentum going. She was still bobbing and weaving, still looking dangerous, still looking to get into range and pounce. But you just got the feeling that Fundora had sort of found her rhythm, and was using her feet a little bit better as well, I think, from the mid rounds onwards, controlling the range a bit better. And sure enough, in the 7th round, there was a huge backhand from Fundora. Left came over, bang, on Alaniz's jaw, and down she went. She sort of fell back, sat down, got up, and made out that, well, actually, she trod on my foot. No, love, you tripped over a punch. Let's be honest. You may have trodden on your foot, but it was the punch that put you on your bum. Let's be honest here. But she got up, no problem. I'll fight on. Chased after Fundora again, looking to get in close again. But the same thing happened. This time it had a tremendous effect. A big backhand left from Fundora, slap bang on the button, actually put Alaniz sort of slapped onto the canvas, and she then rolled over. Managed to get up, but she clearly, even though she was smiling as if trying to con her way through it, it was obvious that her legs were not under her, and the referee was excellent, made a very good decision to end the fight there. And Gabriella Fundora becomes the undisputed 112-pound champ. And was interviewed afterwards, extremely likable. You know, when you see her in everyday life, you know, she looks kind of a little bit geeky. I mean, I wouldn't say this to her face, you know, but she looks kind of, you know, I don't mean it in an unkind way. I mean, she's just got this girl next door appeal. When she gets in that ring, Jesus Christ, it's, you know, it is like a switch has been flicked. You know, she's stern, glaring at the opponent, and has the power to match. And at only 22, I mean, she has talked about going down to light flyweight, and I think she'll clear up there as well. At 5'9", I mean, you can see her going all the way up to what? I don't know, 140, something like that. You know, I mean, 135, certainly 135. But she will need to sort of fill into her body, you know, put on the weight naturally. There's no point in just moving up for the sake of it. She probably wants to go down her weight, collect those belts, and then jump up to super bantam. But this is a very entertaining fighter. As for Alaniz, like I say, she's only 28, and she can come again. Don't get me wrong. I mean, she's not a write-off. She didn't actually do much wrong in this fight. It's just that she was in there against a better fighter who was able to just combine the technique with the power and get her out of there. But Alaniz can fight. Alaniz is easily the second best flyweight in the world. And if Fundora does move down or up or wherever the hell and gives the belts up, don't be surprised if Alaniz comes and collects them again. Her career is far from over. But Fundora, I mean, the world's her oyster. You know, she is the youngest male or female undisputed champion. And you know, she's got the personality and this fighting style to go with it. She's going to be a superstar. I've thought this for a long time now. You know, when Katie Taylor and Clarissa Shields sail off into the sunset, this young woman will still be young enough to lead the charge for women's boxing, and she will be a big star, big star. So what do you think? What do you think of Gabriella Fundora? What do you think of the fight? What do you think of Alaniz? Let me know. Let me know all your thoughts. Put them in the comments section. I'll give them a read. And as always, thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new and hit the like button, because that helps us out a great deal. Costs you nothing and takes a second. Can't say fairer than that, can you? All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much, and bye for now.